Welcome all to the pitch at Paradise. We're in Naples, Florida, where this broadcast is presented by Arthrex. Does an injury have you benched? Explore orthopedic treatment options at orthopedia.com. Powered by Arthrex. The team in town today, forward Matt Company, as part of a back four that promises to offer much this season. For the visitors, forward Madison, they start their retribution tour this year, having been knocked out ever so close to the final. Big additions in January. Plenty of USL Championship skill mixed in with USL League One standouts Jose Carrera Garcia and Nico Brown. Brought in February to bolster things, and just a couple days ago, Eddie Manjoma and Lori Bell brought in to offer some quality in the stable on 25-day contracts. This forward Madison team packs plenty of punch as we look at some of the key players here in this one, brought to you by Parker Hudson Homes. Garrett McLaughlin with big boots to fill as Cheney exits the picture for forward Madison. This is a highly touted player that has so much in the way of quality in front of goal. Goalless coming in mid-season for forward Madison, the Mingos. Last year in the league, he's looking to do something about that, now sporting the number 9 for this group led by Matt Glazer. We're counting down to kickoff on the Sun Coast. It's another glowing day in this early stage in the USL League One. When we come back, it's kickoff between SC Naples and the Mingos of forward Madison. Folks, don't turn that dial.
Hey, same shirt.
Is it?
Well, yours is new, obviously.
It only looks new. That's because he takes it to Tide Cleaners, where we keep clothes looking newer 50% longer. At Tide Cleaners, we care about your clothes as much as you do.
How's it look?
Newer 50% longer.
Awesome.
Hey, same order.
Head to my.tidecleaners.com to get started.
Luxury isn't just about where you live, it's about how you live. At Parker Hudson Homes, we craft bespoke residences where elegance meets effortless comfort. From custom builds to refined remodels, every detail is designed around you, your style, your vision, your way of living. Create a home that's truly yours and discover Parker Hudson Homes today.
Here on Florida's Paradise Coast, you can play your way. Whether you prefer an action-packed court, a leisurely round of golf, or the thrill of watching a professional soccer match, your only challenge is finding a way to do it all. So visit a luxurious playground that scores big for everything from its award-winning beaches to its incredible restaurants. Because when you want a vacation where all is perfect, only Paradise will do. Naples, Marco Island, and the Everglades.
This USL broadcast is presented by Arthrex and Physicians Regional Healthcare Systems. It's all about the kickoffs for you. SC Naples, forward Madison. The journey begins for the roadside in tasting distance of everything this organization has churned towards over the last 6 years. SC Naples in their way as they set out on their campaign. Home team hoping to remain unbeaten on their home ground. Such a well-supported start for SC Naples. Matt Poland doing his best to energize this base with a quality pattern of play and the kind of disposition these Floridians can get behind. Curious to see if the attacking fervor and control of the match against Chattanooga is something that carries over for FC Naples. Nearly doubled the amount of total passes of their opposition in their commencement game. let this wash over you. It's cliche, but it's so for a reason. The hope of a new season. Spring in swing. The weather wonderful. Everybody basking in the glow of what is opportunity and its most distilled form. This league will teach you that the unexpected is to be expected. Delicious drama to unfold over the next 90 minutes. Center official Edson Carvajal, a seasoned veteran, is the one who will turn the light out, turn it green, and set us off. It's a buzzing atmosphere. Paradise Sports Complex. Thundering to the fore. The USL League One season in full swing, match day 2. FC Naples and forward Madison. Madison in that fluorescent pink. The home strip, a smart number for FC Naples as they attach themselves to the ball. Andres Farine, who signed his name first for the penalty spot for this club, trying to weasel his way through when play has been stopped. Ian Cerro had gone down. One of the only changes made by Matt Poland was inserting Cerro into the team. Came off the bench and played well in reserve duty. And a free kick has been given, no advantage presenting there. Kevin O'Connor casting his shadow, plenty of big targets, all muddled up. It is claustrophobic just inside the D. Matt Poland seems to have something rehearsed here. Swung in, Lapsley pinned back into his own goal, and it carries over out for a goal kick. Keys to the game are presented by Florida's Paradise Coasts, and here they are for this Naples side. Nothing maybe more important than being organized in the press. These center backs are sound on the ball and will tear apart any kind of disjointed effort and trying to hurry them. And for the roadside forward, Madison trying to get the ball to their number 9, Garrett McLaughlin, in dangerous areas where he can show his ability to gnash his teeth in the goal mouth. That is the question, how they get the ball there. Certainly might be what pays the road to victory for them. Making headway down the flank. FC Naples. Madison, a team that finds their identity in a mid-block to congest the midfield and make it tough for their opposition to find much joy progressing the ball there. That proves the case here. Naples quick to pounce and apply the pressure. Berti Sosa a little bit loose with the back pass and poked away. Got it out for a throw. This is a forward Madison side without a couple of key familiar faces. I told you Bern Shipman is on the bench. The goalkeeper that was clear-cut number 1 a year ago, and that appears to be a coach's choice. Mitch Osmond, though, as well as Devin Boyce, the key creator on the front side. Not in the squad today. Madison trying to get their fitness. Those players are certainly part of the injury report today. It's presented by the law offices of Markel Shapiro, big enough to handle serious cases, small enough to care. Other key absentees, Adrian Graffin, a highly tipped attacking player brought in from Brazil. Justin Weiss unavailable today, the Indiana University graduate for SC Naples. Cisneros. Stuck back by the Mingos. Lachlan. Now Sosa. And a sharp whistle. Player might be down behind the picture. We'll look at John Murphy, who's been a mainstay in the middle of the park for Matt Glazer. The word appears to be that that Naples player is okay to continue. Carvajal restarts things with the drop ball. The rest of the crew today: Stephen Milhone, Juan Pablo Casas run the lines. Jorge Escobar will have the board in hand as the fourth official. Timmy Mail and Sosa. Tightly turned to the wide side. Now swung back the other way. This is confident build-up play from the visitors. Line-splitting ball straight into the feet of Messias, who twists and tangles and turns it out. Timmy Mail down the line. Sosa. Dodging and dancing right now forward Madison. True to the name, Flamingo. This may be more of a flamenco. Lifted in, creeping in the back door. Sosa trying to square. Over the head of the keeper, Delgado. Set well and bounced high and handsome. Looked like it was McLaughlin who found himself up amongst the opportunity. Just skipped it tall as Delgado was at his mercy. Sosa did so well to find the soft spot. And they do teach you to do that as a striker. Just pin it into the pitch and let the skip do the work for you. Very rare to see that actually careen over the goal when that's the technique. If there's anything to be gleaned from that move, though, it's that Madison do not carry much rust with them into this contest as they win a free kick. Smoothly slid ahead, Sosa. And ripped from distance. Took a couple hops. Was not met with the kind of conviction you would expect after a run-up like that. Delgado does hang on. And coming off a contest that saw him go without a save, that will be his first of the year, if that is to count towards the box score. Delgado, a distinguished veteran in the USL League One. A couple of good campaigns with Northern Colorado Hailstorm. He actually, in fact, made the decisive penalty save in the Jaeger Cup final for Nilco against this Forward Madison outfit that he sees today. Something to change for Cisneros. Now wrapping around Farine, who makes up his mind and rolls it back. Breck Evans. Gliding towards the byline. Not all the way clear. And dodged out of play for a Madison throw. Always a showstopper, this Madison kit, whether it's home, away, third or fourth. This is their icebreaker kit this year. Welcome to the 2025 USL Kickoff presented by Terminix. Throughout the month of March, the USL will be kicking off across the country. Join us for all the action on ESPN and CBS Sports platforms. Down by Gebhardt. Fascinated to see how the press is coordinated by Matt Polens. You'll see it featured from several shapes, whether it's with 2 or 3 at the front. Sosa. He's been a prickly one for these Naples boys so far, but he trips himself up there. Cisneros pinned up in the corner. Gebhardt quick to meet. A little bit careless trying to escape the back. That's a risky ball. Delgado able to attach himself to it. And there is space on the far flank. Over the top, Route 1. Up with a heady play as well as Lapsley. Not all the way done away with though. Jaden Onen, the former forward Madison player, unable to play the puncturing pass. Down by Murphy, snatched by Onen, and foul is given. You might call it contentious between Chattanooga and forward Madison, or rather I should say SC Naples there at the end this weekend. And that kind of tenor has remained here today. Good look at the replay here of that contact. It's brought to you by Physicians Regional Healthcare System. Care for every goal. We are goalless though. 0-0, 11 minutes in. Nico Brown trying his hands. Much of the play has circulated on this near touch line. Brown making good progress in winning the throw high upstream. Only the 1/2 chance for McLaughlin so far. Madison trying to be in the business of manufacture here, but it's smuggled out. Sosa. And Lapsley. Always the understudy to Rashid Nuhu. Wallace Lapsley with Union Omaha as part of that championship team from a year ago. Not getting a chance to wear the number 1 shirt, even if it is in the literal sense 36 for him. Screaming for the switch and receiving that wish. Sosa, overlap available, funneled into Messinas, and back to Sosa, and a slide draw pass. Just quilting away, passes that rhyme. Sosa captivating again, trying to skip by the tackle. Cisneros stuck a foot in, and apparently has impeded Verte Sosa. It's a free kick on tap.
Free kick for Madison.
And I think there's a fair argument that that was a foul. Chance to invigorate the aerial targets for the Mingos. Swept in. Just hovering in the goal mouth. They'll try again. Nico Brown couldn't gain purchase. Madison just hoping to make it stick. It's a half hit. Another header. And Naples summoned the strength to strike out on the break. Busting along to get in. A slide draw pass. And running out of road. Andres Farine with fire in his eyes, just flaring upfield. Only defined by the depth and breadth of the pitch. You think that's maybe a man that's fallen to the spotlight after his moment a week ago? All ready for him, for the badge type of run. And it's really been resonant throughout this Naples bunch so far. The kind of passion and pride you need to quickly get out of the blocks and provide that kindling to really maybe start something here. And so impressive, FC Naples in their early endeavors. In fact, endeavoring now though is Nico Brown. Throw-in set to be served. Just a bounce pass. Slotted out of play again. Soccer season is here, and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. Get all your tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site, SeatGeek. Your ticket to great seats, and there aren't many of them left. Here at this facility today, the home support has been astounding for FC Naples. Rainbowing in over the top. This could be troublesome. Goalkeeper was right there at the edge of the box and is able to catch it inside his boundary. Wallace Lapsley, the 27-year-old out of Seattle, Washington. Mostly made his appearances in the Jaeger Cup a year ago. A slip on the pitch. Shalaka able to mind the front door of the shop. It's a bit aimless. Dangler assessing and playing the shortest available outlet. And onto it's Gebhardt. Read that like a book. Another slippage. Madison just trying to wriggle away. A hack and a hold up, and it's a foul given. Ian Serro, the offender in that instance. Looked like it was Nico Brown that he caught a piece of. It's been a wonderful kind of temperature and tempo so far between these two teams. Contrasting styles. What estimates to maybe be something a little bit more accurate to the identity of FC Naples, at least how they've built the thing with the recruitment against a side that is so smart on the ball. Gebhardt providing evidence and a real chance, and Delgado denies. They came banging at the doorstep. Delgado was ready. A cat-like reaction from him. And he keeps it scoreless. Looked like it was Juan Galindrez that had just made that banana-shaped run, carved into the half yard. And met that with a thumping left-footed first-time effort.
Trust your home to Anderson.
Still filling the nostrils, though, the scent of opportunity. John Murphy within swing. Delgado is backed off, and I think they had rehearsed different dance numbers there. Murphy supplying that well beyond the reach of any of the oncoming runners. Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access on Tuesday nights. Plus your live matches from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM FC 157 and the new Sirius XM app. Devin Kerr, Mike Watts, really the custodians of the league in many ways, doing such a good job with USL All Access, covering things from all angles, as is our center official. Edson Carvajal takes his first name and appears to be that of John Murphy.
A yellow card has been issued to forward Madison's number 6, John Murphy Jr. This yellow card brought to you by
So there is the caution and confirmation. That yellow card is sponsored by the exclusive personal injury attorneys of FC Naples, the law offices of Mark L. Shapiro. Unfortunately for Mr. Murphy, no litigation to be found there. It's a free kick. Naples have yet to score from live play as a club. Their blueprints in full swing. And it looked like they had a beating on that runner in. Jake Danglert was approaching the target. 3-headed goals last year for him. Tied for the league lead, and that's where all the resources were deployed on that free kick, just overbaked as it swung over the end line. Michael Chilaka. Some of the corridors that Madison are playing the ball through, almost mind-bendingly narrow. The amount of risk and bravery they're willing to have with possession. At times, watching the Mingos a year ago, you don't want to be critical. It was effective, but sometimes cautious might be the proper word. They have taken risks, but they are in duress now. Leslie's up to it. Goal is empty, fired, and flashed in. It's a simple finish, but they count all the same. Carson Henderlong, the tip of the spear, plunges in and makes it 1-0. He only played 5 times last year in his first season as a pro with Indy 11. Given his moment of opportunity, he was not going to let it wash by him. Fortunate to see the ball arrive right at his feet, and he knew what to do when he got it. Right as you were applauding, I guess I should take ownership of that statement. I was applauding the efforts on the ball for forward Madison. It all comes unglued, and Naples are able to put themselves out in front of the visitors. Again, the score, 1-0. So what do Madison do now for a response? And how much does that do in the way of extra pulsation in the press from FC Naples? And behind the fray there, a yellow card has been shown to none other than Jaden Onen.
This yellow card is brought to you by the law offices of Mark L. Shapiro.
Jaden Onen has a long and intermingled story in this game. Made his debut stateside as a player. Brought here from England by Matt Glazer for forward Madison. 27 career appearances for the Mingos, all coming in one season. In fact, well, maybe more on that in a moment. Here's Gebhardt. Just trying to cut himself free. He's tied up, taking it toward the touchline. It's out for a throw. He's finishing out on Onan, though. A player that had a goal and an assist in an Open Cup match against Matt Poland's Chicago house side for Forward Madison. A match that Madison lost somewhat strikingly, an upset of massive proportion there. But then later on down the line, Onan would become the first signing for FC Naples, probably informed by that moment. But now trying to seize the moment are his teammates on the run, and skewing it ever just so wide was Kevin O'Connor, raking it across the goal mouth and leaving it inches outside the frame. And all of a sudden, Madison will be asking questions of themselves. Just going direct now. Delgado will be there to pluck it up. Tied the league record with 13 clean sheets in 2023. That's the high water mark for a single season in USL League One. One of the first pieces of business they got done here in Naples. Lapsley is not going to take his chances again. On for Sosa. Does keep it on. It will be a throw for FC Naples here. That goal was presented by Hupsize Brewing. And could it be an upset brewing here for FC Naples today? With that tally, they certainly put themselves on course for it. And that's the man who got them the goal, Carson Henderlong. As mentioned, he had a struggling season, stop and start throughout the year with Indy 11. His play has subsided. This will be the Ramadan break as sun sets, and Verte Sosa given the opportunity to break his fast. This is something you welcome into the modern game, just a sensible thing to do. A sign of inclusion into a sport that knows no one unfamiliar.
We would like to take this moment to thank our title partner, Physicians Regional, dedicated to keeping.
And with that said, Verte Sosa has maybe been the most involved man on the pitch. So if anybody has earned the opportunity to grab a swig of water, get a bite of food, it's certainly him. Naples have to be grins from ear to ear with how things have started. They absorbed the pressure. They didn't allow much in the way of chances for Forward Madison. And then they were up and at them, given the window of opportunity. Madison did not look rusty until they did. And given that moment to make something that mattered, Naples certainly did. So there is Carson Henderlong, and just finishing out on him and his story, which, of course, with this FC Naples bunch, it's such an interesting picture. The roads that lead here of all these players donning this kit for the first time. In the case of Carson Henderlong, with Indy 11 in the USL Championship, not what he would have wanted. Just didn't quite fit. Couldn't find the playing time he needed to make an impact after a standout career in the state at that vaunted program at the university that is Indiana University. 32 goals for him in 91 college games. And it's great to see him back up amongst those goals here today, a half hour in. Served into the path of McLaughlin. Up and able to rescue it. There's Delgado. Dangler. All the flips and tricks. Brown trying to secure it for his side. Just battered out of play and out for a goal kick. Some of the color has flown out of the faces of these Mingos. We're playing with a rose-cheeked disposition to start the game. Just enjoying their football. That has gone away ever since the goal. Maybe trying to restore here now. It's Gebhardt. Inside of him is Sosa. And it's well spotted in red at the back. Golfed in over the head of Galindrez, who went down rather easy, and it's out for a corner.
Corner kick for forward Madison, brought to you by Anderson. Trust your home to Anderson.
Madison did gain 11 points from losing positions last year, which was the joint second most in league play, as they prepare for their opportunity to maybe draw level in this corner kick that's brought to you by Anderson Trust, your home to Anderson. Swept in. And maybe just a bit of tangle there. Not always easy to score against this Madison bunch, highlighting the achievement of already getting the goal for FC Naples, even if it was somewhat gifted to them. Since Matt Glazer arrived, now entering his fourth season at the helm, for forward Madison, no team has had more clean sheets than them. They kept the league best 11 last year. And all told, over the tenure of Mr. Glazer, 28 in total. Sosa. Lapsley. Nodded along by Sosa and chested down by Gebhardt. Those two have had a nice little chemistry to them so far. Not much has happened though, where the ball is now on the far side, and that remains the story as it just skids away. Good recovery there by Nico Brown and shepherded towards the end line. Having to step in though is the defender, and now he's lost it. Just trying to dummy along, and always having the reading of that play was Galindrez, who had come back to help in defense. Now Nico Brown, a heavy touch, and a good catch on the bench. It's calm. Not quite sure which of the coaches there was able to sink his talons in. I would suspect it might be the goalkeeper's coach. That's a tiny touch. Galindrez. Sosa now inverting into midfield. This is a player with a wide range of movement. Now he goes for goal. He's just left it wide. You can say with certainty that that was not a shot attempt, but nearly paid off all the same. And he is, without doubt, been the player that's injected the most life for forward Madison. Lachlan drifting wide. Initial ending play. eFootball is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play. Download now. Of course, another round of USL Championship action popping off on the platforms of ESPN Plus and CBS again this weekend. Timmy Mail. Circling in to present an option is Murphy. That is the role he occupies within this Madison concept. Chalaka. Oh, that's sweet. He can't skip the line. And pinched back by the Flamingos. Another rip-roaring tackle, and it's out for a throw. These teams are knocking knuckles. It's eyeball to eyeball so far. Naples, I think, maybe the most impressive part of everything they've accomplished so far is the fact that even though the goal was gifted, they've been good for it. They've stood at a similar stature to their opposition today. Always was going to be a tall task against, once more, what you could tab a starving giant of this league. Madison have been one of the flagship clubs for this division. Found the sporting success to match the mentality of the organization over the last couple of years. Murphy. But this was a bit head-turning, you might say, in the lead up to this game. The discovery that Madison have never won a season opener. In fact, they've drawn the last 4, all by a score of 1-1, which is perfectly within the realm of possibility here. 0-4-2 all time. Grappled by FC Naples, and leading the raiding party forward is Henderlong, and that move stalls out quickly. Good look at Jay Nonen. Matt Glazer, in conversation ahead of this match, was quick to say that although Nonen was a player that was in the process of maturation to him, it appears from the bird's eye perspective that that maturation has happened and he's ready to take on being one of the leaders of this project with FC Naples. 24-year-old Londoner coming off a season supporting Lexington SC, I should say, that didn't necessarily yield the production he was hoping for. 8 games played a year ago, 5 starts for him. Just take a moment to enjoy the rhythm in your ears right now. The sound of the support. McLaughlin gets involved for a touch. Flashbulb stuff from Gebhardt. Delindra is trying to work it out, rather than actually Messinas. And he trundles a little bit clumsily to a Naples player trying to win the ball. It's a free kick given. Nearing the conclusion of this first frame. Another hard-charging tackle. The card's going to stay in the pocket now, though. It was Max Glasser who took the bang. Now Glasser screams upfield. Can't cut through his cross, but it will be a corner.
Corner kick for FC Naples, brought to you by Anderson. Trust your home to Anderson.
Corner kicks are presented by Anderson. Trust your home to Anderson. Naples really trying to build the foundation that they could secure a watershed result in their second home match as a club. Chance to double the advantage with in-swing. Lapsley's up for it. He squeezed the life out of that burgeoning opportunity. Hard to miss Wallace Lapsley in a fluorescent number, standing at his suitable size for a goalkeeper. Again, 6'5", 201. A little bit of a faulty first touch, but Sosa able to keep it on for Madison. Back to Lapsley, Onan in pursuit. Lapsley does get rid, just narrowly, and it's well won in mid-park. Henderlong laying it off, now cut back into Onan, who dummies away. Henderlong! Hammers home. FC Naples light up the sky. Fresh squeezed and ready to order for the Floridians. It's 2-0. This is a scrapbook move. Onan, the maturity to let it ride, and Henderlong was not to be mistaken. That is the finish of a man that wears the number 9. He has been waiting a while to feel like this. Carson Henderlong. The goal is brought to you by Hopsize Brewing Company. And it's all to do for forward Madison now. Brown into the box. The blade that they brandished forward Madison looked sharp early. It's dulled against the defense of FC Naples. Not much in way of creation or creativity. Saw Union Omaha get ambushed by Greenville Triumph in the midweek. And it appears the cat is amongst the pigeons again today. Just gets away from Onan. Each of these Madison players might be able to restore some modicum of control. Brown on the front foot. Now dropping in. Masinas. Madison slowly slaloming away. McLaughlin. Rolled into Sosa, who raises the flag with his positioning. Had just loitered offside.
Assist on the FC Naples goal by number 30, Ian Serra.
Into the 45th. Naples have stated intent today. They got their bearings against Chattanooga Red Wolves. They have left a mark on Madison. We are closing in on stoppage time now, and there isn't much left for the boys from Wisconsin to work back and get something ahead of the curtain fall. And in fact, they have some defending to do. Brown, a bit awkward on the hop, taking it toward the corner and just relieving the tension. Stoppage time, it's 3 minutes as the foul is called. Stoppage time is presented by Tide Cleaners. There is a joke in there about a less than cleanly tackle. We're not going to say it aloud.
3 minutes of added time in the first half.
Mail. CS. Chalaka. Lifted forward towards the end line. What's the word?
Goal kick.
Appears to be a goal kick. One of those new additions, Nico Brown. Was a Fashion Flash ad right the commencement of the project with Lexington, player who shared a dressing room with Jade Noden a year ago. Brought in to bolster things as a left-sided wingback. Of course, the big signing, Eddie Manjoma, who not too far down the road from this ground today, made an impact with Tampa Bay Rowdies a year ago as part of that championship side with Phoenix Rising the year prior. Brought in on a 25-day contract. We're told that he has been with the bunch for now 3 training sessions, did travel down, is available in the team today. Not ready and up to speed to get the start though. Grabbing hold, it's Murphy and still Murphy, and now he defers to Brown. Chalaka and Mail. Sosa. Cruel. Chalaka, marking one up high off the head of Sosa. Or maybe left an elbow out. That might just be the last engagement of this period. And it is. Or maybe it isn't. Players meandering around. And there it is. At the break. 2-0. Madison. Back down. FC Naples. You have our attention. Rollicking into the break, the home side. Halftime is brought to you by Physicians Regional Healthcare System. Care for every goal. As we set to step aside, action-packed in the Citrus States. All smiles for the home team. FC Naples, 2 goals to the good over Forward Madison. Match week 2 in the USL League One continues on. Halftime coverage when we come back.
There's more in paradise at Seminole Casino Hotel in Immokalee.
Back from the break. So much to sink your teeth into. So far, FC Naples 2 goals ahead of forward Madison. This halftime is brought to you by Physician Regional Healthcare System. Care for every goal. A lot of really good coverage around this FC Naples program so far. Some of that brought to you by Fox 4. This is a look at the video podcast, Extra Time, regarding FC Naples and this club. Take a look.
Welcome into Extra Time, a weekly video podcast with Fox 4 and FC Naples, where we take you behind the scenes of the first season of professional soccer in Southwest Florida. I'm Fox 4's Ryan Kruger, your host every week, and coming up, I'm sitting down with Carson Hinderlong, a 24-year-old striker from Indiana, to find out his thoughts on his first season playing professionally with FC Naples. But first, let's talk about that incredible opening night that we had on Saturday. Here's head coach and sporting director Matt Poland.
I mean, the crowd was fantastic. All positives from the team and their reaction, their support, their energy. All of that was incredible to see. And you know, for the first professional game in a town, you never know what to expect from the fans, because it is their first time as fans coming to a game and supporting us. But all in all, it was beautiful from their side.
You tied it up with the penalty kick, and I loved it too. A little bit of trickery from Andres Farine to score the first ever goal. What'd you think about that goal?
Penalties are always anxious moment, but you know, it was. If you're going to have a first goal and can script it anyway, I think the penalty kick is probably the most exciting way. Be the first person to score for FC Naples in a professional game is incredible.
And now I'm joined alongside Carson Hinderlong, a 24-year-old striker originally from Indiana. Now, you know, it's pretty common.
And how supportive they are and want everything to be the best they can be, and it just was more exciting by the time I decided to.
Talk to us about you as a player when we're watching you on the pitch. What is it that is sort of your calling card?
Yeah, obviously my job is to score goals, and that's what I want to do for this club, and that's what I intend to do. But other things, just I'm going to work hard. I'm going to fight for every second I'm out on that field.
Join us every week on Extra Time.
It's a great look inside the club. Continuing at halftime, 2-0. SC Naples ahead of forward Madison. When we come back, we check the pulse of the league. Look around the scores. Folks, don't go anywhere.
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Go right up to the middle, a shot! While still going, he shoots! That's right cross! Long shot from range! Unstoppable strike!
Pain doesn't care who you are or why you hurt, but pain can be mastered if you know the way. Fight back with Tiger Balm's legendary herbal power. Trusted for over 100 years, our proven blend of camphor, menthol, and essential oils tames pain with the strength and speed of the tiger, so that you can rise above pain and get back to living. This is the way of the Tiger.
Success doesn't come easy. It takes grit, hustle, and relentless effort. Every step forward brings you closer to greatness. This is your moment. Elevate your game. El Jimador, Spiked Bebidas.
Hey, same shirt. Is it? Well, yours is new, obviously.
It only looks new. That's because he takes it to Tide Cleaners, where we keep clothes looking newer 50% longer. At Tide Cleaners, we care about your clothes as much as you do.
How's it look?
Newer 50% longer.
Awesome. Hey, same order.
Head to my.tidecleaners.com to get started.
Back from the break. Happy to have you along. 2-0 is our score. News and notes from around the USL League One, the heartbeat of American soccer. And understanding of that fact is one Mr. Ronaldinho at the new stadium, unveiling groundbreaking in the upstate of South Carolina. Greenville breaking ground on a long-awaited project there. Club debuts. Obviously the part that you might care about, FC Naples. Made theirs a week ago. Westchester SC did so as well against that very Greenville bunch. They will be in action again over the course of this weekend and into the week. And the Open Cup. When we return here in Florida, FC Naples 2 goals ahead. They'll try to hold their nerve against a determined forward Madison on the other side. We got to pay some bills, folks. We'll be back in a moment.
The more you explore Florida's Paradise Coast, the more it becomes clear. With 30 miles of soft, white sands, all is beachy in paradise. With endless outdoor adventures waiting for you, all is exciting in paradise. And with award-winning restaurants eager to wow you, all is delicious in paradise. So plan your visit soon, because if you want a getaway where all is perfect, only paradise will do. Naples, Marco Island, and the Everglades.
Luxury isn't just about where you live, it's about how you live. At Parker Hudson Homes, we craft bespoke residences where elegance meets effortless comfort. From custom builds to refined remodels, every detail is designed around.
Or presented by, to make an impression for him, Nazim Bartman is also included into the contest for the Bingos. Attracted Juan Galindres and Verte Sosa, who was excellent in the first half. Hopefully he's all right and without any kind of injury that's forced him from this competition. A suitable replacement, though, in the form of Eddie Manjoma. Manjoma has only seen brief time in USL League One in his career. That was back with North Texas, but in that particular stead of play, he was able to secure so far. Park, snatched up by FC Naples. Substitutions confirmed on your screen. They are presented by Seminole Casino Hotel in McCullough. More in paradise, and it has been a patch of paradise for the home side. Sneaking run away. Onan takes aim. And just off the mark. Onan deferred earlier in the game to allow Carson Henderlong to run onto one that he would quickly convert to make it 2-0. He was done being particularly charitable, and he did not miss by much. Handball given, played quickly. Bartman wrapping around the ball carrier. It's Nico Brown. Now Krul. And Brown again. And Krul again. Macias and Krul. This is well worked. Gebhardt spraying wide. Munjoma, his first touches. Swiping into the center, getting it right back on a quick loan. He's upended. It's clean. One right back, though, and thundering towards goal. Was dipping down. Soaked in venom off the boot of John Murphy. Just couldn't quite get it underneath the bar. That was the best chance in some time for forward Madison, though. The whole dynamic changes if they can just secure the first. Lapsley is there in the corner, just in the nick of time. Brown. We spotlighted off the top the importance of coordination in the pressing choreography for FC Naples. And they have proved that point. They've been drilled, they've been sound, they've been compact, and they've defended as a unit and from the front so far. But now they retreat to their own ends and dig the trenches as Munjoma presses the issue. Munjoma with a point to prove, and fizzed over the goal and out for a corner.
Corner kick for forward Madison, brought to you by Anderson. Trust your home to Anderson.
Is this the breakthrough moment? Corner is presented by Anderson. Trust your home to Anderson. Swooped in. Bodies hit the floor, falling for Nico Brown. Gave it a thought, now gives it a whack. And wails it out of play. Just got that all wrong. See if Matt Glazer turns up the temperature in the pressing efforts. Once more, Madison a side that is content to sit in a mid-block and embargo that space of the field. Now they have the impetus to try and maybe expedite things up the field as fast as they can. In turn, you might expect to see FC Naples sitting a bit deeper now. Be a little bit less confrontational. On a pin. And off the thigh of Nico Brown, who gets busy. Brown's cross is blocked. Stride for stride was Max Glasser. But in a snap, it's yet another corner for forward Madison. Smuggled in, smuggled out. Not the best pass, but cleaned up by Eddie Munjoma. Still finding his footing again. Only 3 training sessions, one of which taking place in Florida with this Madison cohort. Slammed away as Madison were closing the space. Up for it with a high header was Farine. He's unable to summon it to his spell, though. And here's Munjoma again, and Gebhardt again. Up into the attack strides Michael Shalaka. Now slithering infield, it's Henderlong. Trying to play the 1-2, could not set free Ian Serrell. Murphy. Nico Brown getting more of the work in this half with Sosa checked out of the game. Gebhard between the lines. Appealing run provided instead. Munjoma goes infield, has the ball returned. Munjoma down in the box, waved off. Eddie Munjoma blurring into the area, and it was just clipped away, and now the foul is called. Murphy better be careful. Already sitting on a booking. The other player that's been shown the colors in this contest is none other than Jaden Onen. That's a charming touch. And charting a course forward, a well-placed ball. Onen was upended, and it's a goal kick. Thought there may have been a point to the spot for a second based on the conviction of the center official. Again, that's Edson Carvajal. Nothing more than a harmless goal kick, though. They're the ones bringing the noise, the ambiance. Chalaka with roaming room. On the half turn. Couldn't untie his boots there. And Nico Brown. Baldwin calling for it in the half space. Now he finally gets a chance to get a look at the ball, and it slides beneath the studs. Oh, this could be risky. Onen. He goes down, and the foul had to be called on him. Elsewise, it would have been denial of a goal-scoring opportunity and a red card. And he is the one who trips up Timmy Mail in that particular foot race. Here is exactly what it looked like, and I think that's probably the right call. Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. From the Academy to the big leagues, Select is there every step of the way. Ball at feet at that. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select product specials and more. Select, it's the player's choice. That Select ball is the tool of choice for Madison. They will have to find a way to wield it well enough to whittle back a pair of goals. A side that led the league in terms of possession percentage a year ago will be afforded, at this rate, it's not a wild assumption to say, over 70% for the game. Such a stark contrast from the first match for FC Naples, in which they held an opponent to what would have been tantamount to the second fewest number of passes in a single game all of last USL League One regular season. Chattanooga only attempting 135 that actually met their mark. Munjoma pumps in a piercing ball, runs on towards Brown. Just a bit switched off over the outside shoulder. It was Max Glasser I should say. Looks like Jose Carrera Garcia and Chris Garcia are being summoned to put on the match shirt. So much quality in this forward Madison side that even without Devin Boyce, who's their creator-in-chief, joint leading goal scorer, returning to this team this year, even without their captain Mitch Osmond, they still have game changers aplenty in the stable. Of course, it might not matter much if Naples can provide a fruitful move here. Swinging the ball from side to side. Just inside the hour mark. In a tight spot is Dangler. Only place to go is back to Lalo Delgado. Enough room to usher it to the other ends. Chalaka inviting the pressure forward. He's taken the most of his opportunity today. Scoping in towards the area of FC Naples, and Lalo Delgado appears to have overextended. A pair of competitive debuts now. Chris Garcia plying his trade at several different clubs, most notably El Paso Locomotive. Delgado is still down and requiring of attention. Jose Claro Garcia is the other man being introduced, a player who has over 100 USL League One starts, 9 goals and 13 assists, but most importantly, a key chance creator. As here's a review of what particularly happened to Lalo Delgado. Looked like he stepped up to the edge of the box and needed to take his seat. And here is the substitutions being made. And instead of allowing those players to run instruction onto the field, Matt Glazer will take the injury pause to provide that instruction verbally. Matt Glazer, a manager that, at least personally I'm convinced, has never experienced a heart rate above 50 BPM. Always cool, always calm. He will not be phased in this situation. He was understanding of the fact that this is not the finished article yet, this group, as Delgado looks ready to continue. Injuries have harmed their ability to maybe reach the level of coordination that they were hoping for at the end of preseason. I know they had a friendly against Drake that didn't go according to script. Drake University, that being. But on the other side of that coin, there's an understanding that the talents will take them a long way, so long as they can all get on the same page. And that is the question at hand, how quickly they can do that. And it's not a question of when. Well, really, actually, it should be a question of when, absolutely. It's not a question of if. They are going to get there, forward Madison, but maybe not been the conjoined performance you would have hoped for. Madison have used 4 of their 5 available changes in the course of 2 moments, so they can make 1 more. Here's Bartman sliding it forward. Garcia's lost his footing. Chris Garcia bringing to the table a degree of directness. A player that will not hesitate to run at somebody. He lurks on the backside of play now, though, behind Gebhardt. That pass from Njoma. Able to grab it back, though. Chalaka was maybe a little bit leisurely on the ball. He was able to get away with it. Lapsley, there's any potential danger. Taking a try. It's a skipping stone straight into the lap of Lapsley. Matt Poland has once before had the number of his counterpart, Matt Glazer. How does he calculate this last half hour? When to sit, when to go. You have to imagine 2 goals ahead. A little bit of insurance already secured. They might be shutting up shop fairly soon. FC Naples. those plans. Naples trying to cash in on the giveaway. Worked wide. Walloped into the box. It's Onan! It was on a plate. Onan unable to make good at point blank. He knows too. Just such a well-located delivery and just skidded across his forehead. Unable to gain that full purchase. Play is brought to you by Rodriguez Family Dentistry. Shalaka. Lopsley. Presenting himself as Cornel Garcia. He will posture himself, the man with the baton in midfield. Cruel. Bartman. Munjoma. Madison in need of some penetration. Munjoma rambling away, barricaded by two defenders. This is Jacob Krull. Krull steps on the ball. Just nothing easy. Chalaka. He's pounded into the giveaway. It's a throw-in. Tall ball directed towards Henderlong. And the word is a corner kick for FC Naples.
Corner kick for FC Naples brought to you by Anderson. Trust your home to Anderson.
Naples queuing up for a set piece. They've had only 28.6% of the ball. It only takes a couple touches to make the difference. And a chance to do exactly that now. Three would probably nail it down. Kevin O'Connor swatted away, trying to pursue it. Munjoma. He does wheel it down, and the extra effort wins a throw for FC Naples. Looked like that was Chris Heckenberg. Haven't heard much from him today. Kind of that all-action type of build of midfielder. Does a lot of the dirty work behind that group of four behind the striker. It's Madison's turn to throw it in. Only the two shots on target for forward Madison. That piling up to an expected total of 0.54 goals. See that number bandied about quite a bit. Not necessarily the most useful indicator in the single game sample size. Certainly is telling over a full season picture. The bottom line is, despite the fact that Naples have only put one more shot on target, they've scored two of their three. Madison have yet to find a way through with two efforts of their own. It's as simple as it gets. No need to overanalyze. That is the margin. A giveaway at the back. Got Henderlong his first. A great finish got him his second. Swimming away. Henderlong left it behind him. But it's out for a corner. This will be the third touch of the evening for FC Naples. Chris Heckenberg will provide. Within swing. Lapsley applies the knuckle and just narrowly is able to skip it away. It was Dangler who was rising to it.
Another corner kick for FC Naples, brought to you by Anderson. Trust your home to Anderson.
Believe it or not, in the case of Jake Dangler, and this is to underscore maybe his importance ahead of this, is tied for the most career goals in the USL League One of any player on this roster. He's got 4. He would love to make it 5. The ball comes, it's directed toward him. Lapsley puts gloves to it and then realizes, after maybe some of that adrenaline had worn off, that he had maybe gotten a boot to the face. Luca Perpa is being prepared. I'm not quite sure why the Boo Birds would be out. There's no reason to drain away time if you're forward Madison. And you just saw not a high boot to try and kick the ball, but because Jake Dangler was trying to rise so high and basically jump over the shoulders of a Madison player, just got his leg caught up in the air. And that may have caught a glance of Wallace Lapsley. Wallace Lapsley summoning his nerve. Another good look at Eddie Manjoma, who's starting to work up a lather, bombing up and down the flanks. Confirmation, it's Ian Serra that will make exit so that Luca Perpa will make entry. Milwaukee native, will have familiarity against the opposition today. And Serra will take his time, basking in the adulation of his fans and supporters. And off he goes. Luca Perpa on 9 goals, 9 assists in 41 appearances for Chicago Fire 2 and MLS Next Pro. More of the creative type. Did start the opener against Chattanooga Red Wolves. Chalaka. Gebhardt has raised the flag. This one is starting to lose a bit of the tension. Naples just taking the oxygen out of the contest, which is to their credit. It's not an easy thing to accomplish. Worked ahead for Henderlong, second ball onto the chest of Perpa. Henderlong and Perpa combining now. No reason to be urgent with it. Heckenberg. Dangler. Glasser. Madison trying to get their shape together. so that they can press in unison. Now they go. Long from Delgado and to no one in particular. Despite the gap in possession, only 10 more final third entries for Madison, which paints a picture about how this defense has worked for FC Naples. Coach Matt Boland told us that they wanted to be blue collar, not only in the sense of the color that's on their literal shirt. And they have been that. Look at how little space is between the lines of midfield and defense. Chris Garcia losing out on the ball, and now it's worked wide to Krul. Hammered away. And bundling forward is Henderlong. He may have been stepped on, bodies hitting the floor all over. Stretched out, Andres Ferrain. Humidity starting to tick up here in Florida. Just below 80 degrees. High humidity.
And operated for over 10 years with 9 locations in Southwest Florida, keeping the field clean and keeping your clothes cleaner.
Pull up a bit, and stalling the engine. Henderlong who absorbed the contact. Madison shake the whole thing up if they can just get the one back. Those in support, though, have seen their side. Little opportunity for the opposition, both today and a week ago. Hard to overstate the exact importance of the way this side has carried itself in these first 2 inaugural home matches. It's the kind of experience that keeps somebody coming back, almost chasing that dragon. The energy, the excitement in the ground to cheer on a side that, quite frankly, you haven't known to ever let you down before. All building blocks. Away by Delgado. Gebhardt punches it down the line. Bartman. McLaughlin's ahead of him. Supporting run from Gebhardt. Garcia. Matriculating up into the attack is Chalaka. Now Krul. Buddy's back behind the ball, though, in force for FC Naples. Every time, Madison seemed to have an inkling of an idea. It's quickly snuffed out. Just trying to knock it down was Gebhardt. They started so well, just biteless since. Forward Madison. Pushing up towards 500 total passes. Nearly 250 of which have been in the attacking half. Up next for the visitors. Into the Open Cup they go. It's Duluth FC and then away days at Richmond, as well as Charlotte Independence. open up their home venue in league play against newly anointed Texoma FC. It's on Saturday, April 19th. Quite a ways down the road. Much to unwind before that. Doing much of the same as Chris Garcia. Into zone 14, Gebhard gets the turn and tilts it. Cruel. Not incisive enough. Munjoma. Only 12 touches inside the box so far for forward Madison. Bortman poking it along and nobody's making the run. And another Naples player has gone down. In fact, it is not another player, it's the same player who was requiring a stretch earlier. Andres Farin. He just goes straight over. He was wobbling along, but you could tell he had determined to go to ground as soon as the ball had exited any kind of position of threat. Only the one change made so far by Matt Pullins. If he were to go defense for attack, Gustavo Fernandez might be a likely option here. We'll see what Matt Pullins decides to do. Jaden Onan also requiring a bit of an extension. And I think his day may just be done. And informing him of this is Edson Carvajal. It is, in fact, Gustavo Fernandez, and he gets to make his debut for the club. And by proper accounting, it would be his 100th appearance as he enters the field of play in USL League One. Tyler Pasnick as well, of the Huntsville City system in the MLS Next Pro ranks. Came on late stages in the opener against Chattanooga. Scotsman trying to provide some stamina to his club, as well as Gustavo Fernandez. Less than 10 minutes left to play, although you could expect a little bit of stoppage time, I think. Munjoma. Some thought that the ball may have gotten out over the line. Instead, I think they may have given a handball. Being readied right now is Jackson Dietrich. Teammates with the likes of Lalo Delgado, Breck Evans. At Northern Colorado Hailstorm. Now with the Flamingos of forward Madison. They're coming to shore up midfield as this ball is swirled in toward the goal and out for a goal kick. You see those rambunctious few behind Wallace Lapsley.
Substitution for forward Madison, number 7, Jackson Dietrich enters for number 5, Timmy Meal.
Timmy Mail will exit. So likely out of the back three for forward Madison, as Dietrich will step into midfield.
For being the best in USL League One.
Krull. Lapsley. Naples drawing the line in the sand just inside the attacking half. Driving through the middle of the park is Shalaka. And now Dietrich, who's setting up on the left side. Maybe he is a center back here. A ball carrier, though, as he streams ahead. Keeps going, gets a little shove in the back from Luca Perpa. And that was a silly foul to give away. Quite realistically, this is a moment that could cause some havoc for forward Madison. Well in range to strike one. Chris Garcia prepares his delivery. Dietrich as well over top. You don't think he would go for goal. This is prime real estate to drive one into that corridor of indecision. Paulo Delgado seems alive to the danger as he sets his defenses. And it comes just at waist height. Floating in toward the corner. Bartman. Cross is beaten back. It's a corner coming. Madison are out of substitutions, out of tricks up their sleeve. If they can have the deficit, maybe a couple extra beats of the heart in this closing stage. Flicked on, punched away by Delgado, and thumped away from any harm. Herrera Garcia enters it again. Delgado will collect. Best chance of the half for forward Madison. Unable to solve the riddle. Careless in their own hands. Perpa snatches it. Slide draw pass. And off the posts. Pasnik had the look. Once more they come. Just trying to scramble it away, and now Madison break out on the counter. Macias to the end line. Manjoma unable to clip it in, and it's a goal kick. Naples nearly draw blood again. Pasnik making that diagonal run, letting the ball run across him and striking it with the strong foot. Put a bruising on the woodwork. It remains 2-0. Madison remained in touching distance just by the mercy, the side that oppresses them now. Long is doubled over. It falls for Perpa. Just poked away, brought it out of play. Content and keen to play short. Now they drive one into the box. A man unmarked. Henderlong. Whether that actually was Max Glasser who had provided the width. Just found a way to camp out undetected in the area. Uncharacteristic defensive error from forward Madison, but it matters not now. Gebhardt on his horse and just stumbles over the ball. Been a night of false starts for forward Madison. Gabe of who wants it more. Out for a throw. Stoppage time is the only thing separating FC Naples at this point from what would be an early landmark results in league play. Fort Madison were only beaten 3 times last year. They are well on their way to starting out 0-1 though. Garcia, and a professional foul that's going to get an instant yellow card, but probably the juice worth the squeeze there from Max Glasser, who halted the attack in its tracks. It does render an opportunity from a set piece. Garcia just skinned Glasser there and was off to the races. Ball into the box, towering tall. Just pushed away from Chalaka. Bending to the byline now. Knocking on the door is Madison. Scuffed in and scuttled away. It's 8 minutes of stoppage time. Stoppage time is brought to you by Tide Cleaners.
The clock has stopped at 90 minutes, and official time is being kept on the field. The fourth official.
A long busting run to arrive at the near touchline and salvage things. Now Garcia gets going. Gotta be right now. There's enough time to maybe make something happen for Madison. Garcia. He thought he had earned a corner. It's not the view of the center official. A pair of goals from Carson Henderlong. One maybe more well won than the other. It was a giveaway and a scramble in the goal mouth that resulted in Naples getting the first. The second was a thing of beauty. Jaden Onan dummy that allowed Henderlong to stride onto the ball and smash it in. Dietrich roping the ball along, and now it's Krull. A line of 3, a line of 4, a line of 4. FC Naples chasing the ball from touchline to touchline. Sulia is set to come on. Carson Henderlong, his day is done. And it will be a famous day for FC Naples if the result holds. The first brace in club history. The first open play goals in club history. And if it so warrants, maybe the first standing ovation in FC Naples history. And it's without much doubt that Carson Henderlong is today's man of the match, presented by WM. WN is driving sustainability. And if that's the kind of performance this group can expect out of their number 9, wins will be sustainable as well. Foul is awarded. Rodolfo Sulia heading on. Rui Bariqua, number 9, wearing number 32. From Carolina, Puerto Rico. Just recently plying his trade with Academia Quintana. Tight spaces, Madison able to gust away, and then a body check and a yellow card. I believe that was to maybe Gustavo Fernandez. That is him. 28 yellow cards for him in his career, and again, as we mentioned, this is his 100th appearance at the USL League One level. Math is not hard to work out that he's not a stranger to the booking. I will say there is a delightful kind of nacho type of nature to this FC Naples side. And he's the ringleader. Matt Poland has set a culture, set an identity. Seems to be working 2 games into this adventure into USL League One. Foul given. No answers from Madison in this one. They looked like they were in firm control until they betrayed themselves in that effort. Lost the ball in front of their own goal. It's all slowly gone pear-shaped since. Make no bones, Madison will be a side that contends to lift silverware this year. Whether it's in the Jaeger Cup, the Open Cup, or League One, they will be a threat in every competition that they enter into. They have been second best today. A little bit scuffed on the way to Krul. He does clean it up. Garcia and Krul again. Lapsley will adventure into the offensive effort. Skipping off the toes of Nazim Bartman. Cool. Dietrich, just nowhere to go. Lapsley. Gebhardt couldn't make it stick. Joma unable to chase it down into the final moment. Will let it lie, pick it up, and run it over for a goal kick. Precious seconds coming off. Cool. A ruckus roar. And rightfully so. Three whistles, and for the first time, 3 points for FC Naples, the league on notice tonight. Matt Glazer and his Madison bunch upended again by Matt Poland. Wallo Delgado gets his first clean sheet in the colors, the captain. Well won, well earned on the day. The save of the match is presented by Carter Fence. Quality Fence's trusted service for over 35 years. And they put a fence up around that goal. It could have been 1-0 early, and this thing is completely different if that ball finds the back of the net. Although Delgado, a strong hand to take it away from harm. And it's 3 points again. FC Naples knock over forward Madison. They are unbeaten to start the year on their home patch. We'll digest it on the other side of a break. We step aside. Post-match coverage coming back when we return.
Here on Florida's Paradise Coast, you can play your way. Whether you prefer an action-packed court, a leisurely round of golf, or the thrill of watching a professional soccer match, your only challenge is finding a way to do it all. So visit a luxurious playground that scores big for everything from its award-winning beaches to its incredible restaurants. Because when you want a vacation where all is perfect, only Paradise will do. Naples, Marco Island, and the
Victory for FC Naples. It's a good down payment towards their future success. This helped out. A little bit of a gift. Carson Henderlong won't much care. Housing one in. His first goal in the FC Naples colors. He would not be done though. Later on in the match, just ahead of halftime, Henderlong puts a weathering to that with the left foot. Smashing into side netting and securing the advantage at 2-0. That would be what ultimately decided the match. Insurance at the end of it, but that is one for the highlight reel. A few more half chances from Madison, but this was the most meaningful opportunity the rest of the game. Tyler Pasnick just narrowly leaving one on the wrong side of the pipe. Naples will feel great about where they are in 2025. Well, that will do for our crew here. Another broadcast of the USL League One in the books. SC Naples, a resounding victory here in this one on their home ground. They're playing a side in pink, but they turned it into a purple patch in this one. Folks, we'll talk to you soon. It's been a pleasure. I've been Peyton Gallagher. Good night.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.